My dear brothers and sisters, in the corporate world, or could be also in the big institutions or in the factories, the managers could also be heads of families. After a certain period of time, they reflect, they look back how the factory has progressed, what are the profits made, how do the employees, how are they treated, are they happy, not so happy. And our families will also look back and see how things are going. So we look back, we examine and reflect and review. Ignatius tells us in exercises some things we should do similarly every day, maybe twice a day. It is called examine or the examination of conscience, or better still, conscious examine. It is a small process. In fact, it's a beautiful prayer which all of us, any of us can pray every day. You can do it, as I said, twice a day, before your lunch or before you go to bed. It's a small process of prayer. How does it go? The first step is we sit in a quiet place where we normally pray, and realize that God is present with you at that moment. Nothing is distracting you. You have done your day's work, you have done a half day's work. God is present, and be aware of God's presence. The second step is recall to mind all the events that took place in the course of the day. From the time you got up till the time you're going to sleep, recall every event with gratitude to God. The people you have met, the food you ate, your work, your friends, and so on. So just go recalling hour by hour what has happened in the course of the day, with gratitude to God. The third step, he says, is as you do recall to mind what has happened in the course of the day and examine the whole day minutely, recall to mind what's happening within you at that moment. Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling happy? Are you confused? Are you in doubt? So I'm aware of the feelings at that moment as I recall to mind each and every event. And I thank God for that, for all the things God has given to me, how He has touched me, how He started to come close to me through my friends, to the work, whatever it is. I'm aware of the feelings at that moment. The fourth step, he says, is, again, as you recall to mind, you realize, as God is coming close to you, you have been going away from Him. So recall to mind, so-called, the mistakes you have made at that moment, your failings, little sins you may have committed, little offenses. As you do this, you realize you are feeling bad, you are feeling sorry. I've done this today, should not have done it, but I've done it. So ask God's pardon. God is merciful. God is always there to say, yes, I forgive you. And the final step is look tomorrow with hope. Look at the next day. Look at what are you going through the next day. And see how whatever small offenses you have made in the course of the day, how you are going to avoid them. So look with hope and trust and believe that next day will be better than today. So it's a small prayer which all of us can do it. At the end of the day, just takes about just 5 minutes, not more than that, because you are totally engrossed with God, how God is touching you, and how, in a way, Satan or you have gone away from God's love. So as you do this, you realize you have become a contemplative in action. You are reflecting on the actions that has gone to the course of the day, and you combine both action and prayer. Let's pray for this grace that we use this prayer, beautiful one, every day. As I said, it doesn't take a long time, at the most couple of minutes.